After nearly 2 years filled with endless controversies and delays, the moment finally arrived. Disney released the official full trailer for their upcoming live-action Snow White remake. While it was expected that reactions might be less than stellar, given all the backlash this project has already faced, I doubt anyone could have predicted just how negative the reception would be. In fact, as of the time I'm making this video, the trailer has garnered 1.4 million dislikes compared to just 99,000 likes. This reception isn't just bad, it's historic. To put this into perspective, Disney's The Little Mermaid trailer, which also faced criticism, racked up 2 million dislikes but managed to secure 375,000 likes. That gave it a like-to-dislike ratio of about 1 like for every 4 dislikes. However, with the Snow White trailer, the ratio is significantly worse, approximately 1 like for every 14 dislikes. This staggering disparity suggests it may go down as one of the worst-performing movie trailers in history. Such a response raises serious questions about how the audience feels about Disney's approach to this classic tale. In just over 24 hours, the Snow White trailer has already surpassed Madame Web's total dislikes, which is truly remarkable for all the wrong reasons. And let's be honest, we all knew what the online discourse would look like. Certain publications and commentators blaming all the dislikes on toxic fandoms or outright bigotry. That's why this video is here to cut through all the noise and deliver the real, objective reasons why this movie is failing so spectacularly and why so many people are unhappy with it. The truth goes beyond political narratives and dives into some glaring issues with the movie itself. For starters, the CGI used for the dwarves is undeniably subpar. You don't need to hold any political views to see that. They just don't look good. The design of the Dark Forest is another problem. It comes across as cheap and overly enhanced, which undermines the very idea of this being a live-action adaptation. The heavy reliance on digital effects makes little sense for a movie that should be grounded in real-world aesthetics to honor its original charm. To top it off, the film seems to contradict Disney's own stated ethical values, raising questions about the studio's sincerity. It's not just a matter of controversy. It's a combination of poor creative choices and missed opportunities to connect with audiences. Disney has always talked about how much they value diversity, but when they had the chance to hire multiple actors with dwarfism for big roles in this blockbuster, they didn't take it. Instead, they created CGI versions of the characters, which ended up looking terrible, according to many viewers. This not only upset fans, but also took away opportunities for real actors. After the backlash, Disney decided to replace these CGI characters, but by then, the damage was done. A lot of people are calling these CGI dwarves some of the worst seen in a big Hollywood movie. On top of that, Disney is calling this a Snow White remake, but they've changed one of the most important parts of the story. The lead actress has even mentioned in interviews that the new version redefines the idea of fairest of them all to mean being a good leader, not being beautiful. Fans aren't happy about these changes, and it's unclear if Disney has adjusted the story during reshoots to stick closer to the original. For many, it feels like they've strayed too far from the beloved classic, and that's a big reason why the movie isn't connecting with its audience. You can't call people toxic or bigoted just because they're upset that a Snow White movie isn't staying true to the original story. Honestly, if the filmmakers dislike the original plot that much, why even bother calling it a remake? They could have created a brand new fairy tale and made it about whatever they wanted. That would have been a much better approach than taking a beloved story, changing it completely, and expecting fans to embrace it. When you do that, it feels like you're disrespecting the original while only using its name to attract attention and boost marketing. Clearly, though, that strategy has backfired in a big way. This movie seems to be suffering from some of the worst marketing ever seen in Hollywood. For instance, it's a bad sign when the lead actress openly says she didn't enjoy the original movie, only watched it once as a kid, and never watched it again.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again.
Comments like that alienate fans who love the classic, and it's no surprise that people are losing interest before the movie is even out. It's as if Disney forgot that honoring the original story is what draws audiences to remakes in the first place. Promoting a film becomes challenging when the lead actress, Rachel Zegler, shares political opinions that can divide the audience. For instance, after the release of the Snow White teaser trailer, Zegler tweeted, "And always remember, Free Palestine," which sparked varied reactions. This is particularly sensitive given that her co-star, Gal Gadot, is Israeli and has publicly supported Israel. While everyone has the right to express their views, attaching such statements to a movie promotion can alienate parts of the potential audience. It might have been more effective for Zegler to share her personal opinions separately, rather than linking them directly to the film's promotional material. This approach could have helped maintain focus on the movie itself and avoided unnecessary controversy. This movie has nothing to do with the political conflict, so tying those statements to its promotion feels out of place. When you combine all these controversial decisions with a trailer that keeps the story so vague, it almost seems like Disney has no confidence in the film either. The constant quick cuts between scenes every half second make it hard to get a good look at anything, almost like they're trying to hide how bad it really looks. With all that in mind, it's no surprise people think this movie is destined to fail. And again, I don't think the film's failure will be because of bigotry. We've seen plenty of diverse projects do really well at the box office. Instead, it's about the strange creative and marketing decisions Disney has made with this movie. On top of that, the trailer highlights some clear quality issues with the film itself. Most of the so-called toxic reactions to the trailer aren't even political. They're focused on pointing out the obvious flaws. Honestly, the CGI and visuals look like someone fed the exaggerated animation style of the 1937 film into an AI image generator, and the results just don't work for a live-action remake. It's as if they told an AI to create realistic versions of the animated characters without considering how unsettling and chaotic such visuals would actually appear. The result feels more like a visual disaster than a carefully crafted remake. But at the end of the day, only time will tell whether this movie will succeed or fail at the box office. It's as if they plugged the original Snow White animation into an AI, hit realistic mode, and walked away without checking how unsettling the final product would look. The result feels like a visual experiment gone horribly wrong, where no one stopped to ask, does this actually look good? It's not just bad, it's the kind of bad that makes you question how many people saw this and still gave it the green light. Did they all collectively lose their glasses on the same day? Because calling it a visual car crash feels too kind. It's more like a full-on pileup. CGI dwarves, for example, look like they were designed by someone who had only heard of what dwarves might look like and decided to wing it after 3 cups of coffee. And that dark forest? It's so overly enhanced with digital effects that it feels like they were trying to win an award for most obvious use of CGI in a live-action film. Disney could have taken a walk in an actual forest, but instead they seem to have said, what if we made it look faker than a video game cutscene? At some point, you have to wonder if the effects team was trolling everyone. What do you think about all this? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more updates on the latest celebrity news and movie releases.